tossed around the bend. Holiday couldn't be here sooner.
Hello, shiny happy people. Welcome to Kimba's Crafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Love you. We are here for day 13 of our Christmas canvas, and today we are going to work on page 5 still. We're just going to finish this little bit here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this. Like that, and I'm going to break it up so that I'm not looking at too much. We'll do this top half up here, and then we'll be in the middle, and we'll go ahead and spin the wheel, and then we'll do the bottom half. Okay, so I hope everybody is having a great holiday season and a great December to kick off your holiday season and to end 2023. Wow, I can't believe it. You can't see it, but this says pa la 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 and has a pug mixed up in Christmas lights. So one of my Christmas mugs. Yes, it is the morning time. It's before noon. Any time before noon is early morning for me. So if you're new here, I am a night shift nurse. I work in a hospital, and I'm not a morning person, but when I do get up in the mornings and not the afternoons, actually I always get up in the morning. Like some days I'll sleep till 9 or 10 if I stay up till like 1 or 2 in the morning. Last night went to bed early, very early. Bob and I watched a movie together. So Bob is actually on like a 5-day vacation. That man, when he has time, unlike me, he gets antsy. Like he likes to stay busy, and he's very much a like, we got to get it done in the morning so you can have the rest of your day. I'm like, what are you rushing for? Like, we get in this argument all the time because even though he works night shift now, he's still this way. I thought this would change when he went to night shift, but nope. He's always been a morning person. So like, he likes to, like, we wanted to go food shopping today. He's actually out food shopping. I am not the type of person who wakes up and wants to like get all the things done and, you know, rush home. And I'm just like, what are you rushing home to? Like, my whole thing is like, I like to get up and diamond paint, have a cup of coffee, chill, just like relax, you know, think about my day, and you know, I'll start executing it once I get some caffeine in me. I'm actually on my second cup of coffee because we sat there and talked and made a shopping list and stuff like that. But I am not like get up, get out the door. And he's very much a get up, get out the door type of person. And he's like, so you can get home and you'll have the rest of your day. I'm like, to do what? I'm like, what are you doing though? What are you doing with the rest of your day that you had to get it all done in the morning? I mean, because the rest of the day, like, usually consists of watching TV and taking naps. So like, why not just like watch some TV, chill, then go do your shopping in the afternoon, then come home, take a nap. Like, I don't know. I don't mind spacing, but I will say, like, sometimes when I wait to go to the gym, like, then it's like 6 o'clock and I don't want to go anymore, you know? So that can be a problem, but I don't see the point in rushing to get all the chores done, like, before noon. He wants everything done before noon. I'm like, no. I'm not even awake before noon. Like, we are so opposite in that sense. what kind of person are you? Are you a morning person? Are you totally like, yes, get it done in the morning? Or are you more like me, like, you know, take your time, you have all day, like, it'll get done, but I don't know. I guess the one thing is like you're not fighting any kind of traffic because, you know, everybody left for work, everybody's at work, so you don't have the traffic to deal with, whereas, like, you know, if you keep waiting, you might get stuck in traffic, some kind of traffic, you know. I don't know. I don't see myself changing, and I don't see him changing. So he went to the store alone. I was like, do you mind going alone? And he's like, I think I can handle this. He probably prefers it because then I'm just like, wait, I want to look at this. And then I have to read the ingredients and look at the nutrition label and blah, blah, blah. So he's probably like, he likes to go and get it done. But the problem is also, I'm also like, I look at the prices and he'll just like, you know, we need crushed pineapple. He'll just grab the first can. Me, I'll look and see which one's on sale. Like, how much is it per unit? Blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't do that. He just grabs it. If it's on the list, he grabs it, throws it in the cart. Next, you know. So, and then, like, his idea is, well, what do you think? You spend maybe, like, $20 more when you shop with me? Like, I'm like, ugh. That's a bad attitude, you know? Like, my aunt was here, and I mean, she's not hurting for money. And, you know, we went to park at the hospital and she went up to them and she's like, I'm a patient. I get $1 off. And she's trying to get $1 off. And they're like, you already paid? And she's like, I did. And I'm like, sorry. And she's like, oh, and I'm a senior citizen. It says you get $1 off for that too. So I lose $2. She's like all upset. I'm like, oh man. You would not like Bob's attitude. Bob would just be like, it's good, you know. We didn't have to deal with the hassle of getting in line. Like, I'll pay the $2. Like, that's Bob's attitude. And she was like all upset. But yeah, I am feeling pretty decent. I'm gonna just do quarter pages until I get caught up, and then I'll do extra when I have a day that I can dedicate to doing extra to. I'm still going to try to finish this canvas like around the time that I was hoping to and have time. Honestly, I wanted to have this was my plan. And we all know my plans don't always go as intended. But this was my plan. My plan was to finish this canvas and like post the final product on Christmas. That was my hope. And then I have my Christmas premiere, which I haven't even recorded yet, but I have to have uploaded by December 15th. I have that video coming out on Boxing Day, which is the very next day. I think my slot is 11 a.m. And then it would be like, I think I have, I don't know, does December end on, yeah, December 31st, right? So then I would have 5 days. So then I was hoping that I could do the 5 squares left on my mystery canvas on the last 5 days and just release, and then, so then it would technically be that I released a video a day in December and I finished all of my whips. So that's, you know, that's my hopes and dreams. Let's see them get shattered. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what I was like aiming for. So we all know that, you know, it doesn't always work out that way, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm still going to work towards that. I feel pretty good today, other than that I just took some Tylenol. I've been getting headaches a lot. And I guess maybe it's the stress. I don't know. like, I don't feel super stressed. I don't want you guys to think that I'm over here like sweating bullets. Like, no, that's not the case at all. Like, it's not anything like last year. You know, last year I had the construction going. We had everything going on with Bob. We were trying to figure out like surgeons and surgery and all that. Like, I was extremely stressed last year. I'm not like that at all, you know, and I feel kind of like ahead of the game, even though we are in December and I only have one person completely shopped for. I have an idea of what I'm getting everyone. Like, you know, I feel really good this December so far. So, you know, what gets done gets done, but it would be nice to enter 2024, and I'm excited for 2024 because 4 is my favorite number. It always has been my favorite number. I don't know why. I just always like that number. I think because my family was a family of 4 when I was little. I think that's a main reason. Like, we were always a family of 4. It's a nice even number. I don't know why. I just always love the number 4. And I'm very superstitious about that number. Like, even when I go to the gym and I get a locker, I want the number 4 to be in my locker number. I don't even know why. Like, if I'm like, oh, here's 4. Oh, someone stuffs in it. Okay, well, here's 14. Nope, someone stuffs in it. Here's 24. Nope, someone, like, I'll go around. I'm like, here's 44. Here's 40. Like, and I prefer it to be an even number, but, yeah, so there's a weird thing about me. I don't know. I love it if I get locker 44. Does anybody do that? Does anybody have like weird like superstitions like that? So it's 2024. I feel like that's going to be a super great year for me, my family, and everyone. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know my stepdad had his scan, and they can't even see the tumor. Now, it was just a regular CAT scan, but still, they could see the tumor on the last scan, and this scan, the tumor is not visible on the scan. So, I don't know if that means he needs another EGD, like they need to scope him again to go back in, or what that means. But they can't physically see it on the CAT scan. So I know that it's definitely responded to the treatment. It's shrunk. So, you know, we feel very blessed for that. He still looks good. He still feels great. I think he needs like 2 more courses of chemo before they start talking about, okay, now what? You know, what's next? So we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. But, you know, and it's going to be his birthday soon. And I plan on making him, I made this cake. It's called the hummingbird cake. Have you guys ever heard of that or had it before? But it has like a lot of different ingredients in it. It has fresh bananas. It has crushed pineapple, pecans, and it's really, really sweet and moist. And he loved it. I made it. I can't remember what I made it for. I think I was just like on a baking kick. I don't remember if I made it for any specific reason. I can't remember. And oh my God, he loved it so much. He talks about that cake all the time. So I plan on making that cake for his birthday this year, as a surprise. Like, my mom's like, she's like, I'm going to get a small cake. I was like, no, I'll get the cake. I didn't tell her I was going to bake him the cake. I said, I'll get the cake. So I'm going to just surprise him with that cake. I hope it turns out good again. I did try making it a second time and it was much more dry. And I was like kind of disappointed in it. And I'm not sure which recipe I used when I made it the first time. So that's a problem too. So I just kind of found a recipe. I like, you know, I'll Google like the most moist or whatever, but it's called a hummingbird cake. And yeah, he loves it. So I'm going to make that for him again this year. And we're supposed to have like a little get together. And yeah, I'm very, very excited about the news on his cancer. We'll see what that means. He's hoping he's not going to need surgery at all. I don't think that that's even an option, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. So I'm not saying anything because I didn't think to ask, you know, the surgeon, like, could the chemo get it all? I mean, he didn't seem to think that was, you know, he didn't offer that. He didn't say, you know, maybe the chemo will take care of it and we won't even need to see you again. He didn't say that. So he seemed to think that, you know, a next step would be required. So we'll see. We'll see what he says. We can always hope, you know. So, I wanted to tell you guys another childhood story that I thought about, and I can't remember if I told this to you guys. I can't remember, but I feel like I did, but I don't know. If you're new here, you didn't hear it, right? So, because they keep talking about my aunts, and they used to, when they lived here, they used to take us out all the time when we did things with them all the time. And when they moved away, when we were little, anytime they would come, you know, they would take us and we would go out. And I can't remember if, I want to say this is when they lived here. They took us to the Jersey Shore one year, and I was very, very little. And so we got there super early, okay? We got there, we were like one of the first people on the beach. We get there, we set up, and they put sunblock on us, and then my brother and I are like, you know, we want to go play in the water. And they said, that's fine. So they walk us down to the water, and my aunt says to me, she's like, okay, you see, she points to our blankets and stuff. She's like, you see our blankets? And I said, yes. And she's like, all right, you see that striped umbrella? Now, they rented an umbrella. When we got there, they rented an umbrella, more for me. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right. She said, you know, when you're in the ocean, she's like, keep looking up. And if you see the umbrella, then you know you're in front of our spot. And when you're ready to come up, she's like, just run up to that striped umbrella, okay? And I was like, okay. So, you know, she goes back to the spot, and I start playing in the ocean, and I'm bobbing up and down. And I kept looking up, and I would see the striped umbrella. Like, okay, I'm cool. And just kept playing, and I would look back and see the striped umbrella, and I would keep playing and keep playing. And I don't know how long later, I mean, you know, in my mind, it felt like hours later, I was ready to go up to the blanket, and I get out, and now there's like a ton of people on the beach at this point. You know, it's like packed. But I get out, and I'm looking at the striped umbrella, and I start running towards it. And I run up to it, and I stop, and it's not my family. And I'm like, huh. And I'm looking at them like, okay. So then I look up and I see another striped umbrella, and I was like, oh, and I run over to that one, and it's not my family. And I keep doing this, and every time I run up, it's not my family. And I don't know how many umbrellas I ran up to, and I just started crying. And I run to the what is it called when it's like where the waves end and it's just wet, and you know, people like to walk along it, and I guess the surf, right? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Maybe the surf, but and you know, people put their lounge chairs just to get their feet wet and stuff. So I walk over to there, and I just start walking along the beach line, crying, like looking at, and I look up, and when I got down there and I looked up, there was like hundreds of striped umbrellas because it was a rental. So as people were coming on the beach and they're renting these striped umbrellas, like they're popping them up, and I don't know what umbrella I was looking at. Like, I think, you know, it took years for me to figure this out, years, like, because when I was little, you know, I couldn't figure out why I kept looking at the same striped umbrella, and it wasn't them. Like, I thought I did something wrong. And but now I know, you know, as you play in the ocean, the ocean pulls you, and I was drifting. And every time I would look up, I was just looking at somebody else's umbrella. And, yeah, I don't know how long I was walking for, but I was like bawling my eyes out. And this nice lady got up off of her blanket, and she ran up to me. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like crying, and she's like, are you lost? And I shook my head, yes. And she took my hand. She's like, I'll help you find your family. And she was like walking with me along the beach. And then I don't know how long she was holding my hand, and we were walking, and all of a sudden I saw my aunt, and she's like frantic. And she sees me, and she like runs up to me, and she like grabs me, and I was like crying, and she's like thanking the lady. And I literally thought I did something wrong, or she was going to think that I, you know, wasn't keeping an eye. And I was like, I was looking at the umbrella. And she's like, I know. And she's like just so happy that she found me. And she told me later, she was like later, years later in life, we were talking about that. And she's like, oh my God, Kim, when I was looking for you, all I kept thinking was, how the heck am I going to tell my brother I lost his little girl? Because apparently he used to say to her all the time, like, you better keep an eye on her. You better keep an eye on her. Someone kidnap her. Like, he used to make her paranoid. And, yeah, she was like, oh my God, I just kept thinking, oh my God, did someone take her? But yeah, years later, I figured it out. I was like, oh, I just kept, because honestly, it wasn't until I was like an adult and I was in the water and I'm like playing as an adult, yes, in the water. And I realized, like, when I got out and I was looking for my own stuff, I'm like, oh, how did I get all the way over here? Or like, I was like watching the lifeguard stand, and as I'm playing, it's getting further and further. I'm getting closer or further from it. And I was like, this is so weird. I'm not trying to move, you know, but the current's just taking you. And so when I was like much older, it all came together, and I was like, that's how I ended so far away from my family. Like, you know, which also made me realize that they weren't watching me at all. Which is fine. Like, you know, we have lifeguards on the New Jersey beach. So, you know, if anything happened, hopefully they would have seen something. But that's so funny. But yeah, that was, we still talk about that to this day. But that was I mean, honestly, I remember a lot about that trip. And I remember also when I came up, you know, I ate a little bit, and then I played in the sand. and then I laid down, and they built a tent for me underneath the beach chairs, and they put towels around it, and I slept under there for like over an hour. They said I was like passed out, I guess from playing in the water and stuff in the sun. Like I was always a good sleeper. My mom would tell everybody that, like, oh, she loved to sleep. I do love to sleep. See, I've always been a good sleeper. I always liked my sleep, and I always liked, I think I've always been a slow mover in the morning. That's what I'm getting back at. I was born this way. It's not my fault, Bob. But yeah. So I just wanted to share that little story with you. If you ever take little ones to the beach, a rental umbrella is not a good flag for your beach spot. Okay. I've actually seen people on the beach that have their name on a flag, which I thought was really a great idea. Like, they put up a little flagpole, and they have a personalized flag on it, and I'm like, that is genius. So maybe that's a great gift for someone if they go to the beach a lot and they have little ones, for them to be able to find that, or even adults, because I can't tell you how many times I've had to like walk around looking for my stuff. You know, I don't go in the water that much anymore because I'm scared of it. You know, I know too many things. When you're younger and you don't know all the things, nothing's as scary. Yeah, now I know too many things, so. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this top half here. And yeah, and then we'll meet in the middle. Okay, guys? All right, enjoy the music. Okay, guys, we are finished the first half of the quarter of page 5. And look at that beautiful Christmas tree. It is very confetti heavy. I'm glad I broke this up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and break out the wheel and the board, and we'll see if we get a letter or a snowman part. So enjoy that, and I'll see you in the end. Okay guys, we are here to spin the wheel again. Here's the wheel. Pretty sure I clicked it. Yeah, my computer is like acting a mess. I'm gonna have my son look at it tomorrow. Really? All right, I think I got it working. Let's see here. X. I was like, what is it? All right, I'm pretty sure there's no X. Pretty sure. Let me see here. Let me just double check myself. Nope, no X. So let's see here. Let me get Mr. Snowman out. I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna build his top hat. This is gonna take a minute. All right, let's see if we can do this. Let me plug in my, I should have plugged this in. Okay, plug in this guy, and let's go ahead and cut, oops, sorry. Let's cut some pieces here. Oh my goodness. Let me move over. Okay, that's better. So this is how I'm picturing how I'm going to do it. I hope that this is going to work. So I'm going to cut a piece. I'm going to cut a piece. I got this what is this stuff called? Like, I guess a felt sheet. And so I just cut a piece off the short way. And I'm just gonna glue it, like fold it around and glue it like that. And let's see here. I'm gonna need to make a brim. Let's see, is this gonna be? This might be too tall. That might be a little too tall. Let's make it a little shorter. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, now we'll cut a little off. So I made it a little shorter. Now I'm going to cut a little off this way because it's too long. And we're going to fold it around like this. Maybe it's still too big. I think it's still too big. Let's cut it a little less. Because this head gets really small up there. And if this is wrong, then we can make another one. All right. I'm gonna cut. All right, let's just try this. Let's see if this will. I'll try this. Just see if it's. Okay, now we need a brim. So I just cut a square, and I'm just gonna make sure that it has a lip all the way around. I'm just gonna cut a circle out of this square. This doesn't have to be perfect, you know? That's what a top hat looks like, right? It's got a little brim. Okay. I'm going to cut a little hole in the middle so it fits on his head better. Not a perfect hole because we can't see it anyway. All right, let's glue this. So I'm putting the glue around the rim like this. And just gonna lay it right on the rim here, like that. Okay, now I need to cut a top for the top hat. So just cut another square, and this one I have to try to make it more this size. I don't want it to hang over really. Okay, we'll glue that on. So I'm just gonna put glue around the rim again, like this. That's it. And then plop this on top. Just try to glue it all the way around. That works. What do you think? Okay, and I did get a little red, so we'll put a little red rim around it. Let me just cut a red rim. Okay. I don't know if that's long enough. All right, let's see here. It's not long enough. Okay, so I have to go along the whole length, which is weird because I didn't even go the whole length. All right, that should be plenty long. Okay, let me glue this on and we'll cut the lip off. All right, so I'm just gonna put glue on the strip. Just one little strip of glue. Oh my goodness. I dropped the hat, so hope the glue doesn't dry before I get this on here. There we go. All right. How's that look so far? Okay, and then I got this. So I know you had a little piece of holly. Okay. Let's see. Is this too big? Maybe if it's just 2 leaves. Let me see. It's way too big. Maybe I'm gonna cut 1 leaf off. I don't have another one, so I hope this doesn't look stupid. What do you think? All right, we're gonna glue it because this doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be fun. How's that? Okay, now let's glue this hat. Whoops. Oh no, not my holly. Put all this glue on the bulbs too. Okay. Should we make it a little crooked? Or right on top? All right, I'm not gonna glue it on his head. You guys tell me. Do you like it straight on top or do you like it a little crooked? I'm trying to picture Frosty the original. I'll have to look it up. So you guys tell me what you want. Crooked or straight on top. But that's what we got today. We got a big X, and so we built a part of the snowman. He's gonna look cute, guys. And now on to the rest of the diamond painting. Gonna finish up this page. See you back in the end.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
There we go, guys. We are finished. The huge Christmas tree in front of the shop window, and whoo, was that thing confetti heavy. Whoa, whoa, mama. Mama jamma bamba. Okay, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out, and if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimba's Crafts. I would love to have you. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.